I don't want you to have to overly speculate here, but I mean, if you were to project to 2014 and 2015, I think it would be fairly safe for you to say, or for me to say, Mark, that it's probably a pretty good conclusion there's going to be a war in the Middle East. And I don't think that's going way out on a limb.
I don't either, and I think it's going to be a biblically prophetic war.
Yes,
I mean, there are several wars that are mentioned in the
That's
Bible
right.
that haven't taken place. I mean, you have the Isaiah 17 war, the Psalms 83 war, Ezekiel war. So I'm not saying I know which one it's going to be either. I'm just saying, looking at the sign. But at the same time, too, I just want to throw this in because a lot of people think that Christians just want war to happen so Jesus can return. And I also want to emphasize that's not what I'm saying either, that I want some biblically catastrophic war to take place. That's not my heart. My heart is that if this is coming, we need to be spiritually prepared.
I want to run over those dates one more time, and folks can perhaps even jot them down. And that would be the coming tetrads and the coming blood moons that are forthcoming in 2014 and 2015. And let's just run down them real quickly again.
Sure. In April of 2014, Passover begins like on the 14th and 15th. That you'll have a total blood moon there. And then October 8th in 2014 is the Feast of Tabernacles. Will be a total blood moon. And then in 2015, it's like March 21st, I believe.
Yes, it is, 21st.
Which is Nisan 1. Now, that's very significant on the biblical calendar because Nisan 1 was the day of the dedication of Moses' tabernacle. That's when the fire fell from heaven and lit the altar. And that's when God told Moses this would be the beginning of the religious calendar. So here in 2015, the religious calendar kicks off with a total solar eclipse, followed 2 weeks later on April 4th on Passover with a total lunar eclipse. I hope I said solar on the 21st. And then a total lunar eclipse on April 4th, followed by another solar eclipse on September 13th, which is Rosh Hashanah, or the Feast of Trumpets. And then September 28th, 2015, the Feast of Tabernacles is the total lunar eclipse.
Now, you said something to me about a supermoon. We had a supermoon a few weeks ago, and we're going to have another one in this September 28th, 2015 time period. Talk to us about that.
Yes, every year there's a super moon, which when in the moon in its elliptical orbit, it comes closest to the Earth. Now, sometimes when it's at its closest point, it's a new moon. It's not a full moon. Well, what's interesting about 2015, on the Feast of Tabernacles, we have this total lunar eclipse. It just so happens it is a super moon. And we have the eclipse happening on a feast day. So the odds of having happen a total lunar eclipse at the same time it's at its closest and happening on a feast day, I believe it just really increases the rarity of this event.